a lengthy series of delays, Star Wars Starfighter has finally made it to the PS2. And for Star Wars fans, it couldn't come soon enough. The action is set parallel to the timeline of Episode 1 and begins following the Naboo fighter pilot Rhys Dallows. As the plot progresses, you gain control of Vanna Sage, an ex-pilot turned mercenary after she was double-crossed by the Trade Federation. And finally, you join Nim, a bitter space pirate whose base was destroyed by the Federation. These three characters then join together to bring an end to their mutual enemy, high above the planet Naboo. As you can see, the graphics and animation are spectacular. In fact, everything you could want from an air and space combat simulator. We'll have more next month. The bad news for game-hungry PS2 owners is that once again Gran Turismo 3A spec has been delayed. But as you can see, the extra time is being well spent introducing new features to the world-beating franchise. Wet weather racing around Tokyo has now been added to the game, with stunning spray and reflection effects in each individual puddle. There are only 2 cars on the track, which makes us wonder whether this will be a simple one-on-one race like the rallying section of the game we revealed last month. All will become clear as the game reaches the final furlong of its development. Although the delay is becoming excruciatingly drawn out, one thing is for sure, the final game is going to be something absolutely spectacular. Winback has made its way from the N64 to the PS2 and, as you can see, has had a convincing makeover to suit its new home. The game now uses real-time smoke, lighting and shading effects, with much more detail and many more characters than its last incarnation.
We've just received word from the terrorists. Terrorists?
More than 4,500 polygons were used on the characters alone. And the controllable characters have 350 motion-captured moves. Other improvements include new sound effects, 28 unlockable characters for the game's 4-player mode, and smarter AI, along with a variety of deathmatch options. The game consists of 4 main areas: the office grounds, the office building, the abandoned factory and the Gulf Control Center, making up with a total of 31 stages. There is also a fair array of weapons to collect and make use of, including handguns, shotguns, machine guns, silenced handguns and even rocket launchers, so there's plenty to keep you going.
Damage to the surroundings increasing due to damage. Damage index exceeding 50%.
I got you now!
Damage index exceeding 75%, indicating major damage. Serious damage. I recommend you escape from this.
Zone of the Enders brings you a mecha combat experience as exciting, involving, and seemingly effortless as the best of mecha anime. Masterminded by Hideo Kojima, the talent behind Metal Gear Solid, this game has all it needs to be a big hit. There is an impressive array of moves available, everything from careful defensive posturing to aggressive and flagrant lunging and swiping. You also have some lovely weapons allowing you to throw balls of energy at your opponents and many other stunts. The game also brings a stunning versus mode, allowing you to fight head-to-head with the machine or against a friend. You can choose your orbital frame from any that you have managed to unlock during gameplay, including Cyclops, Raptor, Jehuti, Neith and Mummyhead. Then you are ready to choose your arena, fighting in any of the levels you've encountered in the main storyline. So even when you've finished the game, there's plenty to keep you coming back for more. Dark Cloud features everything an RPG fan could possibly want. Vast treks through an expansive and breathtaking fantasy world. Exhaustive battles with slavering beasts and monsters, visiting towns and meeting their strange inhabitants. And the odd bout of heart-stopping, eye-dropping action-adventure thrown in for good measure. You must struggle against evil forces in a bid to restore villages and towns that have been captured and imprisoned by a super-powerful spirit. This next to impossible task is made easier by a motley band of like-minded adventurers who can be recruited to aid you in your quest. By performing different tasks, you can persuade them to join you, and each one has a special ability and skill set that is vital to your progress. With your band of companions in tow, you wander from swamps to deserts and even to the moon as you attempt to restore towns and townsfolk. This aspect is one of the more enjoyable aspects behind Dark Cloud, as you experiment with the Sim City-style creation of the various villages. You get to play God by determining where the buildings and people are placed. Then you can explore your newly created town and garner information and valuable items from the inhabitants. Dark Clouds offers plenty of RPG thrills and unique aspects such as the different selectable characters and the land management aspects. Early impressions suggest that this is a light-hearted RPG and doesn't offer the kind of serious challenge that the hardcore player brought up on Final Fantasy would crave. The sumptuous graphics and colourful interface suggest an attempt by Sony to make Dark Cloud a light-hearted introduction to the usually complex world of RPGs. This looks like being an impressive game, and it certainly delivers in terms of visuals. Our only concern is the difficulty level. Even though we've been playing a Japanese language version of the game, we've already managed to reach the game's climax. Still, regardless, Dark Cloud is certainly a cut above the average PS2 release. exclusive preview of Metal Gear Solid 2's awesome trailers now behind us, we offer you a privileged glimpse of pure Solid Snake action. That's right, what you're about to see is all in-game action of the PS2's most anticipated title. We take control of Snake aboard the ocean-faring tanker as terrorists prepare to seize you by the throat and hijack the top-secret cargo from the lower decks. Without wishing to spoil the mystery surrounding MGS2's dark storyline, we've provided an insight into how Snake's abilities and environment have been enhanced to complement the sheer depth of play that's on offer. Fans of the original genre-busting MGS will soon recognise the core gameplay principle of covert actions, rather than all-out carnage. Progression is still kept to a linear path, but more focus is placed on the use of first-person perspective to offer more realistic targeting through layer after layer of harsh weather conditions. The survival and progress-dependent traits like footprints and puddle splashing soon portray your position as before. And when it comes to dealing with marine patrols, Snake has more options for evaluating his position according to his surroundings and personal items. Take out a marine, either using a tranquilizer gun or through more improvised means like an exploding fire extinguisher, and you'll need to assess whether hiding his body in a locker is enough to cover up your handiwork. Destroying his radio will halt the cry for help, but if other patrols are nearby, you may need to do a spot of hiding yourself. If your trigger-happy approach leaves Snake lacking in personal provisions, a stick-up can often persuade your captive to discard any unwanted items. Bear in mind that some more sensitive areas can often be more productive than others. Perhaps the most impressive segment is the firefight between Snake and the Marine guards as they track our hero down to the kitchen storeroom. Snake takes to hiding under the vegetable rack as the guards display teamwork tactics. Some Marines try to pin your position down, while others will act as decoys. Others simply sneak up to take you by surprise. The visual effects and gameplay environment undoubtedly make MGS2 one of the most anticipated titles for the PS2, and it is sure to expand on the original hit's ever-dramatic feel. When the PlayStation first rose to prominence, developers Psygnosis were one of the first teams to master the art of producing Formula One games. Now under the new name of Studio Liverpool and under new management from Sony, they're bringing that expertise to the PS2 in the guise of Formula One 2001. As an officially licensed game, Formula 1 2001 features all the authentic touches you'd expect from a game of this genre. All of the drivers, tracks and teams of the genuine racing phenomenon, so you can now ensure that your team perform as well as you think they should. The heart of the game consists of Quick Race and Championship modes. Quick Race lets you get straight into the action without the need for tuning and simulation details. This provides you with a quick and easy arcade-orientated race, whereas Championship mode gives you the full experience of the racing scene, allowing you to either participate in a single race, a race weekend, or a whole championship. This is where the hardcore racers will spend most of their time. The PS2 memory card allows you to record your race data to provide a complete race replay. You can manipulate this data with amazing ease, changing camera angles and assessing where there is room for improvement. All of this at a fantastic level of detail and with wonderfully rich textures, as you can see. The spatial stereo sounds and powerful graphics give a newly enhanced sense of immersion. But some of the most amazing aspects of the game's graphic engine are the spectacular crashes. A new physics and dynamics model was created to recreate realistic crashes, which are what makes Formula 1 racing that much more exciting. Nudging another car causes damage to both cars, leaving parts strewn across the roadway. But plough nose first into the wall and your car will disintegrate into an embarrassment of pieces, scattered all over the place. That's worth watching the replays for, over and over again. But be careful, if you keep knocking bits off your car, don't be surprised as the handling deteriorates to the point of being unmanageable. Another impressive touch comes with the artificial intelligence. Each driver consists of over 30 parameters, which influence their behavior towards you and each other. You can begin to learn the traits of the competition, such as rivalries, aggression, experience or determination, and they'll all react to the way you handle yourself and your car. Want all the excitement of Formula 1, all the thrills, all the spills, all the guts, all the glory, then watch out for Formula 1 2001. This sequel to the original PlayStation cult hit from Codemasters contains all the features of its predecessor, along with several notable improvements.
I'll be your angel, I'll be your devil.
Taking advantage of the superior audio and video capabilities of the PS2, fans of the simple, functional and surprisingly deep software package will be pleased to know that the upcoming version of the 24-track loop-based virtual studio will be as intuitive as ever.
Crazy for you, baby. Oh, yeah.
The PS2 offers significant advantages over the previous console, with 2 megabytes of audio memory and the ability to play back up to 48 simultaneous audio channels, allowing it to process sounds quickly and clearly. The Riff Editor is the tool used to create custom pieces of music note by note, and some notable improvements have been made for MTV Music Generator 2. The game also features an interesting jam mode that allows up to 8 participants to take part in impromptu jam sessions using sounds mapped to the PS2's control pad.
You will be my friend. I will just pretend.
new sampler. This allows you to use an external USB adapter to sample any sound source equipped with a headphone jack, so the possibilities are endless. Add to this an expanded video element letting you add graphical accompaniments to your tracks and the option to change the skins, altering the appearance of the entire thing, and you have everything you need to break into the music industry. The virtual keyboard, arranged across the top of the screen, is used to edit the riffs and is even more intuitive than before. Using this, you can create original tracks by utilising countless pre-recorded riffs from 8 different musical styles, featuring rock, garage, trance, house and R&B. So tune in, turn up and get ready to make some serious noise.
Codemasters.
Capcom have gone to great lengths to ensure that their latest gaming epic becomes the first and greatest PlayStation 2 adventure around. Onimusha Warlords features award-winning CG movies, complex motion capture techniques, stunning background animation, and rounded off with an impressive soundtrack courtesy of the New Japan Philharmonic Orchestra. Capcom have spared no expense to give gamers a truly cinematic gaming experience that will have you on the edge of your seat. In a world of war and magic, mighty armies ruled by warlords battle for supremacy and control of feudal Japan. The sudden appearance of a mysterious and evil force has thrown the empires into chaos, and the once strong samurai clans find themselves at the mercy of powerful demons. During the struggle, a princess is captured.
Princess Yuki!
And it's your role as a skilled swordsman to rescue and avenge her family. Hordes of demons and hours of sword-slashing joy stand between you and victory. The gameplay can best be described as Resident Evil with swords and spells instead of guns and ammo. The fighting system is a huge improvement over Capcom's previous survival horror outings and features greater control and precision. You can perform a variety of sword strikes as well as being able to parry the enemy attacks. You have the option for a quick and simple hack and slash or a carefully considered special strike that, whilst tougher to execute, can inflict massive damage and defeat your enemy with one hit. As you battle through the demon-infested hallways of a clan fortress, you discover new weapons imbued with magical properties. Choose between fire, lightning, and tornado attacks that generate fantastic-looking graphical effects. These swords can be powered up by collecting the souls of the slain demons through the use of your demon gauntlet.
Fortune has smiled upon me this day. The power of this gauntlet.
These souls are then spent, like cash, to upgrade your swords and the magic sealed within them. For those players who just cannot resist the lull of projectile attacks, the game also features some long-range weapons, like a bow. Find some arrows and then you can pick off the pesky demons who cannot be reached on foot. Onimusha uses pre-rendered backgrounds and 3D graphics to make the environment seem as real as possible. There is a great deal of interaction with obstacles such as pots, crates and chests that can be broken and opened for clues and food. Attention to detail is superb, with plenty of animated graphics like torches and waterfalls. This is done extremely well and looks highly impressive, especially when there are large numbers of 3D characters moving about. On its first week on sale in Japan, Onimusha sold over 600,000 copies. Expect similarly grand things when the game hits Europe later this year. Dubbed a panic action game, Sony's latest PS2 offering is a survival horror game, full of powerful weapons, complex puzzles, and gruesome monsters. The developers have been quiet since first announcing the game in March 2000, but have now returned to show off the fruits of their labours. The action takes place in the year 2005 on Christmas Eve, when Red Light, a US Special Espionage Unit, are assigned to investigate Fort Stewart, a secret US military base located at the South Pole. The base's emergency alarm was sounded 3 days previously, and there has been no contact since that time. Unfortunately, the team's vehicle is destroyed in a huge explosion en route, killing most of the personnel and scattering the supplies. You take the role of Dennis Riley, one of the lower-ranking members of Red Light and one of the few survivors of the explosion. You must complete the team's mission at all costs, infiltrating the installation through one of the air ducts and finding out what has gone wrong. Two key features are used to ensure that the title lives up to its claim of panic action. Firstly, you have the Region Action System. This lets you execute certain complex actions when you're in the area that warrants them, like leaping out of the way of a threat and hanging from a ledge by your fingers, with relatively simple button presses and motions of the analog stick. Secondly, there are the panic situations. The intent here is to create a situation where you have to act quickly in a state of considerable fear. Objectives have to be completed quickly, and you aren't given enough time to sit and think things through. As Sony put it, it is not an adventure game. The player should feel like they're on the stage of an action movie. Otherwise, the game resembles other notable titles of the horror genre, such as Resident Evil. Unsurprising considering it is produced by Tokaru Fujiwara, whose previous works include Ghosts and Goblins, Mega Man and Resident Evil. So get ready to join Dennis, along with his companions Roger Grigman and Cindy Tien, in this wonderful horror experience filled with more gore than you could possibly want.
The dream is always the same. I'm standing, waiting for something. If they knew about these dreams, they'd shut me down. The question is, will I be in time to save the Earth? found it.
Yes, the seventh spirit. You'll need to find the eighth and final spirit.
We're closing in on the life form.
It'll be one of those days.
This is it. Dr. Ross has opened the door for us.
There's a life form in here.
You've got a talent for understatement.
Over here, you son of a...
This shouldn't be happening!
What is that?
The dream is coming faster now.
Where are we?
I'm not sure.
And cue the music. I said cue the music, Joe. Dave does a crap on the legs. I just said cue the bloody music, and what else? Nothing. A film by Guy Ritchie. Cousin Harry, good. It's upside down, babe. Yeah, I can see it's upside down. Is that Brad Pitt? Or is that a jibbo? It's Brad Pitt as a jibbo. Well, what I call him Frankie Fourfinger. You have sorted through these, ain't you, Tone? Of course I have, Dave. You have sorted through them, ain't you, Tone? Sure you done, under the seat. Yeah, is that Benny Jones? Any football player? Look, just get the title up, will you? Hold on. Tone, get the title up.
There you go. Snatch.
Thank you.
This projector's getting very hot, Dave.
We'll turn it off.
Where's the switch?
Just kick the bloody plug.
Oops.
Are they going to have any idea what that's for?
In a small southern town.
Oh, man! I got some. Mama better like it.
I ain't got any left, though.
In the quiet heart of Hatcher County.
It's about this time last year his daddy passed away. He's still real messed up over it.
There are no strangers.
You're not that Wilson that's a fortune teller, are you?
I don't call myself that.
You think we'll live happily ever after?
There are no secrets.
What's the matter? You see something bad?
And the only thing more unusual than a disappearance.
We got to the end of the road in our investigation. We looked under every rock there's to look under.
Is there anything you can tell us at all?
Is that the only witness wasn't even there.
I could read for you. What I'm seeing, a split rail fence and a pond. I can smell flowers.
You learn to leave folks alone.
Can you see what I'm thinking? Can you see that in the garden?
There's something bad wrong with me. Am I going down?
The real danger begins if someone starts worrying that you're going to have another one of your dreams.
Academy Award nominee Kate Blanchett, Giovanni Ribisi, Keanu Reeves, Katie Holmes, with Academy Award nominee Greg Kinnear and Academy Award winner Hilary Swank.
I got a warning today. I think somebody's gonna try and kill me.
Messing with the devil's gonna get you burned.
The Gift, from director Sam Raimi.
Stomach team, this is Space Camp. Weather tracking shows storm building at 26,000 feet. Advise return. I repeat, advise return.
I'm pulling the plug. I thought I was paying you to get me to the top.
I think we should keep going.
I think we've lost the summit team. Space Camp, do you copy? This is Peter Garrett speaking. Come in.
Peter. I got 22 hours, if they're lucky.
Don't risk it.
I won't let my sister die. That's gonna be a speed ascent climbing in pairs.
I think it's suicide.
I'll write a check to whoever goes. $500,000.
Now, the lives of 3
My brother's got explosives. Says they're gonna blast their way down.
Strap on the nitro.
will depend on the courage of 6.
On a rescue mission, we don't vote, we don't question, we don't argue. You listen and do exactly as I say.
It's gonna blow! The nitro! It's gonna blow!
My sister's dying up there, Mr. Wick.
Up there, you're not dying. You're dead.
I came back home to raise crops and, God willing, a family.
So you want me to marry you then?
Well, that's a bit sudden, but all right.
Is that what you call a proposal?
I love you. Always have. I want to marry you.
His dreams were of peace and the woman he loved.
I want a home and children. It's all for nothing if you don't have freedom.
But his destiny would be written in a battle for honor.
As lord of these lands, I will bless this marriage by taking the bride on the first night of her union.
Go back to England and tell them there that Scotland's daughters and her sons are yours no more.
Rallies new volunteers in every Scottish town.
I knight thee, Sir William Wallace, Guardian and High Protector of Scotland.
Where are you going? I'm going to pick a fight.
Well, we didn't get dressed up for nothing.
He waits for you at York. If you are man enough to come and face him.
We cannot defeat this army.
We can! And we will!
If we win, we'll have what none of us have ever had before. A country of our own.
I want to stay here with you.
And I with you.
Would you be willing, for one chance, just one chance,
to tell our enemies that they may take our lives, but they'll never take our freedom!
Mel Gibson, Braveheart.
Has anyone ever told you you could be a model?
Really?
Yeah. It's too bad you're not sexy.
Bull, I can be sexy.
All right. Show me sexy.
Before their intentions were cruel, their family was brand new.
Your family's expecting you. Which apartment? The whole building, sir.
Now, Catherine and Sebastian are trying to get to know each other.
You stay out of my face and we'll get along just fine. Not bad.
Trying to understand each other.
He's a total loser. I mean, he shops at the Gap.
Ew. And doing their best.
Your stepbrother has quite the checkered past.
See what you can find out.
To destroy each other.
I live for extracurricular activities.
She is such an inspiration.
Columbia TriStar Home Video invites you to know you are enemies.
You don't know what I'm capable of.
Yes, I do. It turns me on.
Lose your innocence.
Do you mind if we share your shower?
Be my guest. So, you guys sisters?
More like kissing cousins?
And hide your intentions.
We could make a good team.
I'm not gonna let you corrupt me.
You can't change.
I can try.
Or you're gonna die trying.
Don't underestimate me.
Don't underestimate Catherine. I know you'd never do anything to break up our happy home. Ever feel like you're at war with yourself?
Constantly.
Cruel Intentions 2.
Careful, Catherine. I'm better at this than you.
Anytime you want to start a war.
I'll keep it under consideration.
On video and DVD.
Morning, sir. Your team's in early today. Something special going on? Sorry, Ed. You know the rules. If we're gonna move forward, this is the next logical step.
I'm ready for you. Here goes nothing.
Sebastian, are you in here? So, what's it like being a ghost?
Ghosts are dead. I'm very much alive.
The question is, what would you do if you knew you couldn't be seen?
You trust your eyes. You rely on your senses.
Sebastian, this is not funny.
You think you're alone.
Why did you have to go out in public? You have no idea what it's like. The power of it, the freedom. It's amazing what you can do when you don't have to look at yourself in the mirror anymore.
But after he's got you,
Tell us where you are.
Sorry, Linda.
you'll never be sure again. This season,
He could be here. He could be anywhere.
there's more to fear than you can see.
You have no idea how much fun this is.
New from Walt Disney Pictures.
Amateur.
The incredible adventure for the whole family. Their eyes saw the destruction of one world.
Run, Hector! Run! Run!
And the search for another.
I believe you left a wake-up call for the dawn of time.
You have to be strong now. The nesting grounds are only a few days away.
Oh, joy. Blisters.
I've got blisters on my blisters.
Oops.
Sorry.
No, you first. Hey. There's your girlfriend. What you need is a little help from the love monkey.
Ow, baby!
Experience a world you've only dreamt of.
Our new home.
A world of hope.
It's okay, little ones. We're going to make it.
A world of loyalty.
We gotta get up!
A world of courage.
Stand together!
Walt Disney Pictures proudly presents Dinosaur, coming soon to video and Disney DVD.
Get him! Oh no, attacking looters! Come on, bring out somebody on the side! Stop! Ow, baby! Ow! 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 Ow!
Dinosaur, coming soon to video and Disney DVD.
The dream is always the same. I'm standing, waiting for something. If they knew about these dreams, they'd shut me down. The question is, will I be in time to save the Earth? We found it.
Yes, the seventh spirit. You'll need to find the eighth and final spirit.
We're closing in on the life form.
It'll be one of those days.
This is it. Dr. Ross has opened the door for us.
There's a life form in here.
You've got a talent for understatement.
Over here, you son of a...
This shouldn't be happening!
What is that?
The dream is coming faster now.
Where are we?
I'm not sure.